For this video, I am continuing my mini-series where I am trying Prankster Mage in a number of different color combinations. This time around, it's going to be Dominion, and despite the lack of performance in yesterday's Mono Blue Assassin video, I just really wanted to try a mostly blue Dominion list. Again, I do not think this is the right way to build mid-Dominion. I think that there's far better builds. But I wanted to try something where I just ran most of the mono blue package and then threw in a couple of green staples. You could also argue that maybe I even cut a couple of cards here so that we could fit in something like Golden Initiate, but nonetheless, this is what we are going with. This is the list that we're going to try out. 2 games, win or lose. I got a feeling that they might end up being losses today, gang, but we'll see. As always, I will put the deck code in the video description. If you're a mad man or woman and you want to give this a try, then have at it. But we're going to be a little bit weird with our mostly blue minion. And we're going to throw that back. I think we're going to keep the queen, just because I have the ring and a 1-drop. Conjurer's not bad. Not bad at all.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
But our next turn's looking a little bit awkward if they don't play something here. If they play something, we can just harpy it, but
I'm ready for you.
they did not. So we'll just do this.
Don't
Weird. For a deck that literally runs over 23 drops. 3 drops. It's one of those feels awkward moments. Interesting. So they're playing this and they're playing Spell Sword. Is this the fabled, the mythical, the otherworldly control Spell Sword? If it is, then like we, I think, just lose. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Actually, you know what? That's correct.
To make more enemies.
So, Conjurer, unless we can self-pop it, I don't think is as good of a play, because if this is truly Control Spell Sword, not only are they going to be running Edict and Javelin and everything else. So this is Dragon Spell Sword. This is just... that's just the world we live in now, huh?
All power flows.
Okay, this will not be a good matchup for us, because I have a feeling the hard removal they will be sitting on will be massive. Be a great time to top deck Alfiq.
You are not worthy.
But we did not find it.
My friend would like a
This will die to Execute or Grizzly Gourmet. That's why I was trying to find something to kind of like self-trigger it, but okay, Devour. Whatever, you get the point. I mean, we have Mighty Conjuring here, but it doesn't trigger it. We have nothing in the discard pile that's an action, so this would actually at least get us back our Mighty Conjuring, which might actually make this worth our time. So we're gonna do it. It's a really feels bad Mighty Conjuring. I mean, I guess we high rolled and at least got the better one, but usually if this isn't making a Lava Atronach, you feel pretty bad. Arrest even. What is even happening right now? Let's go this over here, and I don't think we're gonna need this Harpy anytime soon, because this is just removal spam Spell Sword. This is removal deck, and we are running out of resources as a result. Keep eyeballing that, which is interesting, because that is not the card that I would be worried about if I was them. Yeah, you get rid of that all day long. All right, so that probably got Odaving, which means we just lose, right? Like that's how this works right now.
You are not worthy.
The rightful ruler of
This will at least get us
Tamir
back
has arrived.
Mighty Conjuring. Yeah, I don't think we can beat this. This much hard removal, like at least against Tribunal, you run into things like Ice Storms, but just straight 1-for-1 over and over like this is brutal. Another arrest, because I'm sure they're probably running every other possible
You are not worthy.
removal option as well.
Speak, citizen.
You vexed me for the last time.
Well, I mean, we can't let that stand.
You call it theft, I call it learning.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll play Lazura.
Da da dee da! No, that's not right.
Guess we'll play Lazura. Maybe we high roll and we get another Storm Atronach. Of course they run Immolating Blast. Why wouldn't they? What about our opponent gave us any other indication that they would run something
I
not...
can't stand interruptions.
All power flows from
Sure?
the last of the three. You are not worthy.
Yeah, I don't think we can win this. Like, the only way we win this at this point, at this stage, is if we just start top decking nothing but reach. Like, it's got to be Uncano, Cliff Racers, just only those things, and before our opponent finds healing was what I was gonna say, but then they go and they find healing, so.
I can't stand interruptions.
Not seeing a path to victory here. Unless we, again, just only top deck
will make them pay.
straight answers. Well, that's bad. The greed on this is unreal. And yet,
I can't stand interruptions.
it's still good enough to punch me in the face. Nothing we can do. Just a bad matchup. Mid-range, like, traditionally has always struggled against decks that will routinely have the 1-for-1 answers. It basically comes down to, do they have them or do they not? If they have, like, you play something on curve, if they have an answer and then you just do that over and over again, like, you just lose. That's just the nature
This might
of the
be
mid-range versus control matchup. So they've now got guards in both lanes, drain in both lanes.
The 9 inspire us.
Plus 7 Oracle. Oh wow.
Oi.
I mean, I know yesterday's video didn't go our way, but this is like next
Don't
level not going your way.
underestimate.
Like, this is comical not going your way.
Ita Oi.
They lack faith.
There's the Parthenax. Ryan, you just got 3 shouts.
What's yours?
One of them's got to take my guy out, right? Hey, there's Uncano. Like a million years later. Well, I mean, the only honorable thing I think to do at this point, right, is to attack for a bunch.
I'm ready for you.
And then attack yourself for a bunch. So we're just going to go ahead and Uncano our face and pass the turn. I mean, that's the only honorable thing to do, right?
Ita Oi.
So not an impressive start. But to be fair, I think that's also just kind of a bad matchup. That is the sort of deck where like tokens probably eat that alive. If they don't have the Immolating Blast on 6, they likely lose a lot to tokens because the 1-for-1 doesn't do well against go wide. So even if it's not tokens, like Crabscription does well, but our mid-range deck. Ooh. And the worst part is that most of the removal, I mean, they had the one Crushing Blow, they had a couple of squishes, but for the most part, it was just hard removal as well. So while we're a deck that's built around like trying to use wards to be resilient, they were a deck built around shutting us down. I think we'll ship them. Keep the Daggerfall. Guess they really want us to have a Dragon Knight. Alright. So now we're up against Telvanni, which is not exactly a shocker. I feel like for the last 2 weeks, I play against almost exclusively control. Like, I know that's not actually the case. I know I've played against decks that are not control, but the ratio has been out of this world. Just greed fest control decks. Alright, let's see if they've either got the negation or the firebolt or the black hand messenger. Harpy works too. Harpy works too. So like we can do this.
You call it theft.
This will grow, but then it's probably dead to bolt or viper. Not much we can do about that though.
I can't stand interruptions.
By the 8th, they will meet.
Not much we can do about that.
I call it learning.
So we'll just ward up. Whoops. Whoops. Sometimes I click around just out of straight nervous habit. Interesting you decided to put that there. I guess you just don't want to feed me the tome. Which is fair. I wouldn't want to feed me a tome either.
I can't stand interruptions. I can't stand interruptions.
Gall and pox.
La da da dee da.
Play the Luzra
No,
because
that's not right.
at the moment Ice Storm literally just clears her, but she's the kind of card that if you play her here, then kind of demands an answer.
I do not fear death.
Careful there, friend.
It's a good way to get me to use some words.
Thorns and claws.
It's a good way to get me to
Careful
use some
there,
words.
friend.
Wow. Okay. I see you and I respect you. So this gets back Channeled Storm, huh?
I can't stand interruptions.
Gall and pox.
If I use my last ring charge, could play Iron and the Channeled Storm and theoretically keep everything alive, but then we get kind of blown out by Ice Storm. So I don't know that that's really what I want to do here. Though the reality is I kind of get blown out by Ice Storm no matter what I do.
La da dee da da.
Let's just do
I'll get
this
this
and see
yet.
what we end up with.
I can't stand interruptions.
We're gonna leave it as is because, again, I don't want to get hyper blown out by
slay
Ice
the
Storm. Alright. That's not bad. Not bad.
I can't stand interruptions. I can't stand interruptions.
Gall and pox.
Rip.
May the ancestors bless us.
No, I understand. No, I understand.
Well, this was, I realize now a pretty big play
Let's
mistake
shed
on my
some
part.
light on the problem.
Because I could have pushed 2 extra damage this last turn by triggering the treasure hunts. So they could be at 17. So we'll pay attention to that. This could potentially be 2 damage that cost me the game. That is a big body. All right, do we maybe have lethal? That is a legitimate question.
I can't stand interruptions.
Because that'll go there. And we have 7. Oh yeah, we've potentially
I
got
can't
it.
stand interruptions.
Can't
I have you now.
really skip both the last rounds, but okay.
I come bearing gifts.
So Satanine does
History shall
Satanine
remember
things,
this
and we're saved. We're not 0-2 for 2 days in a row. We get in there. Thank you, Satanine. If you're wondering why I run Satanine and everything, that's exactly why. Basically, Satanine is amazing. But that's it. That's 2 games, win or lose. So if you made it this far, as always, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Until next time, may you walk on warm sands.